Okay, so here we start with Psycho Raiders. The gang, the Raiders, they're trickers, not treaters, or out for a treat of a different kind. They've already killed one person in the comic here. Now I've got to decide how to get away from them, right? If I could just drive, I'd be fine. And there's a chance I could. The pickup truck has a speed of 9 at max speed, only 4 at safe speed. The van, I gotta write these suckers down there. Let's see what it has. $10.54. So it's actually a pretty good vehicle, able to go faster than the pickup truck. One thing to do is I don't want it to be able to go straight for 2 hexes, because then it can ram me and do a lot of damage. So I think I'm going to try to go fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now I've got to make a test. And this is a dangerous turn. I'm just a car because I'm not the van. And I get a 4, OR1. Move off-road 1 to 2 hexes from turn. I think I skid this way. Now, let's see about, because there's trees or something there. HF. Okay. I don't think I run into anything dangerous skidding off-road, but that does make it more difficult for me to move, and I may be better, given that this thing has a movement of 3, just getting out and running. This is a pretty common situation, I would guess, for these guys. Let's see if I can jump out and hide with someone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I am 10 hexes away. I think I could dive out of the car and hide. Gotta be careful here. I can continue to move, and the car can continue to move, but they're subtracted from it, but I think I still get an action. So the idea of hiding sounds like a good idea. At least 10 hexes away. So, who's the fastest runner? That would be Dawn. Randy's going to hand Dawn the tire iron, and she's going to jump out. And she's this one. I think she's the one in the back of the car. By doing a hide, she doesn't get both her extra counters. She would have to do another hide action, which could be with one of, it could actually be the wrong counter spawns the third counter. That's fine. But now she's in hiding, and I don't have any kind of little markers for hiding in the game. So I'm just going to assume that the extra marker indicates that. That makes it kind of hard to see. And the other characters are not going to do anything. I'm going to try to drive a little further, drop someone else off, and get us a chance at getting out of here. We're not in range to stream, are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, not quite. Okay, so the van is going to get to go next. Well, the van will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Make a test. It's better. Oh, but I go off-road 1 as well. I think I end up in here. In the same hex, essentially. I'll kind of mark that this way. What about those van lights? Can I use them? And I can probably chuck some tear gas into the vehicle. This may be over soon. In an adjacent hex. I'm not in an adjacent hex. I would have been as I was coming up though. So you know what? I'm going to shine my lights on them and reveal Dawn. Now, the question is what I want to hit with the van and whether I want to jump out. I got to think a little bit. This could all be over very quickly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Fluke jump out. I got to look at the face piece. That's how you determine who is who. Fluke has that. I think that's this one. He's going to jump out and he's going to try to hit Dawn. The car is going to slam into the pickup, and at the same time Bo is going to hold torch so he can unleash his fire on it. I may also try to toss a gas canister. That's not an action. Okay. Let's start with the initial attack, which is Fluke attacking with his mace. That's +4 strength, so he's got a strength of 10. I'll use the red die for him. Against Dawn, who only has a strength of 5, so he's at +5. Well, I'm good. Okay, that's 4 hits. Except neither one wants to stay at that. And I gotta see. I should have a pencil kicking around somewhere, but it's kind of hard to find because I've got a game set up on the other table, sort of. So I'll be back in a moment. Those rolls are so low. Each of them is expending a point of their will to reduce, to get a reroll. Now, we were at +5 if I recall. Alright, so that's going to be 5 hits on Dawn. Now she could blow her will to reduce that down to only 2 hits. It's going to be hard to get away from Fluke. Oh boy. But 5 hits is a lot. So I'm going to reduce my will to live. Spend those 3. And then I still get 2 more hits. I'll put them in the strength. That'll give me a chance to run away as fast as I can. So that's what she takes from this. Now, what about the car hitting the car? The strength is 5. The pickup strength is only 3. So it's +2. And I guess Spud's driving here. Not that it matters much. 5 to 3. That's going to be 2 hits on the car. I don't particularly want to waste any effort on this. So I'm going to take 2 points of strength off the pickup truck. Now that makes it easier to crush, but we may be out of it pretty soon. Okay. Now I gotta look up whether I'm gonna do the flamethrower next, or I got a little bit of wind here I gotta be careful about. Or if I'm gonna use the gas canister next. Do some of my setup here. I rolled and only got 1 gas canister, so that's not gonna be too impressive. And I also have to take care of the sinister people. I'm gonna get 5 rolls there. I got a whole bunch of people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna go for everyone except Joey. I only get 1 shot on each, which means I actually get to roll for the Gravedigger. And the Sheriff, which is the one I'd most want. Farmer. Farmer's evil. The Mechanic, he also. And the Drunk. Okay, so we have a couple of evil people. I don't have to reveal that at any particular time. I can let, you know, the campers control the townspeople, move them to where they look like they're going to help, and then boom, slam the trap on them with this, you know, guy who maybe went out and collected weapons for them and all kind of cool stuff. It'd be especially powerful to have the sheriff, but. And yes, if the sheriff's on the wrong side, he can call in the boys against the wrong people, I think. Right? No, the players could do it, but we're not going to play with that because that's just a. I think that takes away too much of the horror aspect if the cops come in big. Okay. So we rammed the car. Let me look about the gas. I haven't. 12.7. That's where tear gas goes into play. Actually, 12.8. They've got it wrong. Yeah, this is kind of a waste. It's going to force them out of the vehicle. So I'm going to put a flame marker on the car just to indicate that it's gassed. That's not really the right thing. Maybe I should use this dropped weapon to indicate they got to get out of it. And that uses up my tear gas. I'm out of it, but they don't know that I'm out. And now we're opening up with the flamethrower, and we're going to try to cook Randy because, you know, we'd probably want to do nastier stuff to the chicks, right? All right. Well, we're in the same hex, which means, I don't know what those two dots mean. I think they mean close combat. But I'm allowed to fire from the vehicle, which means I've got a base strength of 5 with this. Randy has a strength of 5, so they're kind of at even. This isn't terribly helpful. Okay, well, I got a huge roll on him. I'm doing 9 hits to him. That's not quite enough to kill him, so he's going to spend a will on a reroll. Okay, so now it's only 3 hits on him, and you know, I can just burn that off my will to live or off my speed. I'm going to take it off my speed. I'm going to leave Randy behind to try to let the girls escape. Okay. And that is the end. Oh, we forgot to roll for an event. Oh, shit. I forgot all the starting stuff. Let's see what we got here, if it mattered. Sheriff moves to sheriff's card. At the beginning of every event phase, an unalerted sheriff must be moved towards his sheriff card until either alerted or reaching his car. Must move back to office after reaching his car. Okay. That's not going to be too big a deal. 1, he can open the door. That's his action. What's his speed here? I don't have him kicking around. I'm going to need to look for him. He only has speed 4. 2, 3, 4. He's just walking around, making sure, you know, he had a box of donuts he left in the car or something. All right, that's the end of the first turn then. And the event was cool. It didn't screw with us much. Okay, let's start off the new turn and let's actually roll for an event this time. On a 5 or a 6, we get it 1. On the first turn, there's automatically 1, so it's no big deal. So now the players go, well, let's take care of our little 1, 2, 3, 4. Got my donuts. And he's not going to just keep bouncing back and forth. It's not clear about that, but that would really bug me if that was the case. All right. What am I going to do here? I don't feel terribly safe no matter what I do, basically. if I spread out, I'm probably going to get hunted by faster, tougher guys. Dawn is not in great shape. Jeez. And we're on off-road. If we try driving, we're not going to get very far. We can be run at. Oh, we can't. We got to get out of the car. Huh. Well, I gotta think. So I think I made a mistake by knocking out Randy's speed here. We're gonna toss him the fire. He's gonna grab the tire. No, he doesn't have a chance to. All right. So Dawn has a speed of 6. She's gonna run. Now, there's a terrain effects chart here. Trees cost 2 to move on. So 1, I'll go on the road here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm out of sight now. Actually, I'm out of sight here. I'm gonna hide again. So there's 2 of her on the board, and I'm gonna split her up. I have to decide which one's the real one and which one's the fake, and mark that somehow with a chit or something. I don't know which one I want to be real. Do I want to... The farmer's my closest thing. I can move quicker at him. So I'm going to make number 2 over here the real one. And grab a little... kind of out of spaces here. This is from Great Battles of History. These counters here. And I've always got them open. They're not my favorite counters because they aren't... I'd be happier with another set of counters, but those happen to be sitting in a Plano box, so I kind of like them like that. Okay. Let us send the other chickie, Ginger, 2, 4. She only has speed 5, but she'll split as well. And I'm gonna make Chit 1 her unhidden one. And like I said, Randy's gonna stay back and he's gonna take a swing. I don't think the guys in the truck can do anything not at the van, although that might be kind of cool, at Fluke here. Now Fluke is stronger. Fluke has strength 6. He's got his mace. He's got 2 weapons, but if he drops one, he can hit with the other. So he's strength 10 versus Randy, who's only strength 5. This is probably not going to go well, but I can't get very far away. Well, 10 to 5. He's going to do 3 hits to Randy. Do I want to blow a will to kill to re-roll? I think so. It's not the worst roll I could get, but I think I can pretty much do Randy in. Okay, so I was, I said 10 to Randy's 5, so I'm doing 5 hits to Randy. There goes his will. He's down to just really being a speed bump there, basically. Now, he could have left without having that effect, but he's afraid that he'd get flanked and beaten up. He was hoping maybe to get a lucky roll. I don't know. He really couldn't have done anything. It was a mistake to take his speed away. Before we hid, could we scream? We hid here. I think we could have screamed and tried to wake up the farmer. So let's look up our screaming rolls. There we go. No, that's screaming while hidden. I wasn't hidden yet. Screaming. Alright, is there a scream table? I seem to remember that. Yeah. So we don't have much of a chance. We need a 6 to alert him. And we do not. That's not the farmer. That's the mechanic. Is the mechanic... Oh, the mechanic's the other evil guy. Yeah. Oh, well. We don't know that. So, okay. Those are their actions. Now the question is what I want to do elsewhere. And I think... I want to think a little bit, but I think what I'm going to do is try to chase them down. So here's what's going to happen. Fluke is going to stay here and finish Randy off. I want to find the guy who most sucks in combat, and I think that's Spud. Although Spud has a ranged weapon, which Bo does not. So I'm going to leave Bo driving. Now, Bo is this mask. I gotta try to match that mask. It's a pity they don't have names on them. I think that's Bo. The other two are jumping out of the vehicle. And they're gonna move. And let's see, we got Spud there. He's got a speed of 7. 2, 4, 5. Well, how do I search? We forgot about that. I have to enter the hex, and I have to announce which one I'm going to do. Okay. This looks the most dangerous. Out of 1 or 2, I'll go the other way just to give them a chance. Now, I'm going in there, and my action is a search. I have succeeded in finding Dawn. She is number 2, which means we're going to replace her with number 1. Although it doesn't matter too much. We've hunted her down. And now what happens after we seek? We immediately get to attack. Okay. So Spud gets to do his attack. Now he moved 2, 4, 5, 6. He's actually got another move if he wants to take it. He's not terribly well armed. He's got a strength of 9. Dawn has a strength of 8. So Spud is the red die. He's at +1. And we got a tie there. Must kill. I can only do 2 hits to her, but I think it's worth it. And... oh, I'm sorry. She only had a strength of 3. Whoops. Maybe need not must kill. Let me erase that. Let's look. He had a strength of 9, and she had a strength of 3. That would be +6, make it +5 because of the difference. I'm willing to hit her for 5. She has no more will to spend. There goes her strength. And 4 off her speed, and she looks pretty doomed. I think they're pretty much done for. And I think this is a hard puzzle to get the campers at all out of the way. In fact, it almost feels to me like the campers maybe get away on the road or they don't get away, and that makes life difficult. Now, of course, if there are sinister characters, even if they get away on the road, they could get intercepted. And then there's also the I jump into your way, but that might not matter much if they're running with a pickup truck. I'm wondering how often the game's going to end up really playing out much more. Now, here, this next guy here, this should be Torch coming in here. And he has a lot of speed. No, he doesn't have a lot of speed. He's slow. He only has speed 4. 2, 4. I probably shouldn't have sent him there. And the van is going to run on off-road. It only has a speed of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll stay on the road, try to, get a little bit more distance. Maybe I can pick up Spud if need be. All right, and then the final act, well, I got a couple of actions here. Randy is not in the pickup anymore. He could get back in next turn, I guess, because the gas is gone. So Fluke is going to schwack Randy. He's got a strength of 10. And what about... We've still got an action here, so we can unload the flame on Randy as well. Alright, let's do the strength. Well, Randy can't hurt me, so let's let Torch fire up. He's got a strength 8 attack against poor Randy, who's 5. That's plus 3. I do 2 hits to Randy. There's not much he can do about it. His strength is going down. And now, Fluke, who has strength 10 to 3, is at plus 7, again on the red die. And he has just killed Randy, which means we get to at least see how this works. It is a brain glop. We have matching weapon types. So Randy is dead. Yuck. And we can actually get in the truck there. We'll put Randy somewhere else because he's not going to play anymore. He's too messy. And that, I believe, is the end of turn 2. And it looks bad. I think we got one camper to try to get out of here. We'll see what they can do to her. Okay, let's see if we get a random event. And we don't get one. So now again, it's the our 2 remaining characters, neither of which is in great shape. Dawn has almost no speed. If she moves, she's in line of sight. I don't see an easy way of her getting out of the way, though. She can scream. We'll try that. It's still pretty far away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Our movement is only 2, so we're not going to get outside of this range. So she'll scream first off. No, that's not going to help. It's really a pain telling who's who from these. And got Spud on her. I would like to try to get her out of the way, to tell you the truth. So I am going to use my adrenaline here. I gotta remember what I've done and what I haven't, but I can get out of there. I can add 5 to my speed. And she has a speed of 2, that gives her 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me get a line of sight trace there. Looks to me like she's out of sight. Six, 7, 6, 7. We did our hide action, which puts us there. We have to decide which one we want her to be on. We're going to randomize it this time. We're going to give her the one heading for the mechanic. That may not work out well. That is number 2. Might be easier if I use dice for this aspect of it. Okay. Of course, I tend to roll dice. Now here, I'm in fairly good shape in terms of being able to run. This is Ginger, who has a speed of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want them to be too close together. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the woods. Now I have choices. I think I'm going to hide as my action, which means I take another one of her. And I'm going to break that one. Off this way. And now let's see. Ginger is number 1. So I'm going to randomize this a little bit. That on a 5 or 6 only. No, I'm going to keep her as number 1. But I am beginning to confuse the situation a little more. Alright, that puts us on our baddies. And let's look at what, if anything. Oh, we can do him too. He's going to lock the door. And sit down at his office. All handled. Let me think about my different baddies. First of all, I got the truck, which can go 5 or 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll just go 5. No reason to risk going off-road. I don't know. It's not that dangerous, is it? Well, we passed through. Alright, what about, who's here? That's Spuddy. He's got a big speed of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know, I can always schwack her with the farmer. I know that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to search. That is not Dawn. I have this, I believe, is Torch. He's not very fast. He's only got 4 movement. Now, I'm allowed to light up that hex with my weapon. And then we get to see whether we hit or not, I guess. That is number 3 Ginger. That's not an actual character. In this case, the target must roll even if the token being attacked. The player must announce if the token... I assume only if it gets hit. Which it probably will. So he's using an 8 fuel, an 8 attack against Ginger, who only has a strength of 5. So he's at +3. He hits, but there's no one there. And he didn't roll a 1. So he doesn't have a problem with that. Okay. Who's out here? Fluke. Fluke has pretty good speed. But he's gonna jump in the truck. I can get rid of this. It's no longer gassed. Now the pickup truck still has full speed. He's going to jump in the pickup truck. It only goes 1, 2, 3 off-road, but that's okay. Because he's doing part of that off-road. That's not as fast as he goes, but you know, it's really not very fast. Fluke is pretty speedy. I think Fluke's going to leave the truck behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and move into place there. And that gets us to the end of another turn. It doesn't make a lot of sense. This guy made an attack, but it doesn't make a lot of sense for me not to do something. And this guy also did a search. But I can search outdoors for some kind of piece of equipment. At the very least, I found a stick. I don't really want to carry a stick around. So I'm going to put a dropped weapon there. And we have to kind of remember that this stick is that dropped weapon. I don't know quite where to put it. To remind me, I'll put it over here. Okay, time for our random event. Oh, we got one. Let's see what we get. Now this could shake things up a bit. 56. Fog. Remove clear wind and rain. Replace it with fog. Remember, the spotlights on the van are not fog lights. May hide in any adjacent space. Movement in outdoors hexes are going to be at half speed. Car movement at safe speed. May move full speed, but have to roll on the fog dial to determine entire movement direction. Must move after the result. Cars can travel at high speed, but must roll on dangerous turns once. If off-road, they must roll on the fog dial for direction. What's half speed? She's no longer hidden and is in line of sight. That's a problem. However, with fog, she can hide. That is Dawn. She only has a speed of 2. She's damn near out of it. How fast is this butthead? That is Spud, I think. He's got a speed of 7. I'm afraid of ending up closer, so I'm going to hide Dawn. She'll stay with counter 2. You know, she'll move out that way. Over with Ginger. Now I could hide Ginger as well. This could be an opportunity for me to move a little bit quicker. Or not. Because the danger is, if I end up going back this way, I can get it back towards these guys. I could get attacked safely by them not moving in fog speed. I think Ginger is going to hide. And I think she's going to hide this counter. and a speed of only 5, which means I'm only going to be able to move 2 hexes like that. Alright, what about our car? Our car is allowed to go safe speed, which is 5. We'll move that. That's pretty good, too. Vroom. Let's see who else. Just tilt that to remind me. Oh, Spud. See, if I get the fog dial, I gotta go straight. And there is no straight that's going to get me in anyone. Let's take a look at some of these others. Fluke here has a movement of 3. 1, 2, 3. I'll get close. I can't search though. I'm going to make a quick ruling here. Fog. I don't know if it said it anywhere. Does it say? Yeah. So it says movement outside. Okay, good. If it didn't say that, I was going to say it's not going to be in the houses. And this is Torch here. Now, poor Torch only has a speed of 4, which means he can only go 2. And again, he's not lined up on a hex grid, so he can't go charging after them. And we have actions we could take. This idea of searching around for weapons, you know, I guess they could be boned, but I think it only makes sense if there are no weapons, and I don't know if there's a rule for this, but if there are no weapons left because the sticks and everything have been found, to reshuffle the deck. So I don't really want to keep searching necessarily. I don't know. Anyway, I think that's where we are for this turn. The spirit of this was a lot easier to get into on a dark and kind of rainy October night than it is in this bright morning with birds chirping, but we have to play through. I've got other things to get to. And so, let's take a look at where we are. Right now, we're checking for event, and we don't get one. And let's see what we got here. We got the 2 dawns, which aren't terribly useful spread out this way. This one is here. Now, we have the fog, which makes outdoor movement slower. I don't want to run because I have to go at random if I run. I gotta kind of find my way forward. She has a speed of only 2, geez. And no will or anything to push in. But what about Ginger here? She's got a speed of 3. Right? Speed of 5. Let me see if this is rounded. It doesn't say the rounding. Over there. I don't remember where the fog is here. I kind of don't want to look at all of these, but I gotta find it again. Rounded up. I think I rounded down last time, but so 3 moves. Oh, what's this? This is more of her. This one's gonna try to move 5. And that'll be in this direction. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now, I want to take some more actions. I want to search. I don't want to scream because I'm all hidden. I want to do searches outside to pick up possible equipment. Most importantly, Ginger needs something. She finds a rock. You can only use it once at short range and then it breaks, I guess. The stick breaks too. I don't know why the rock would break. I guess you throw it and lose it. Dawn, well, we'll try to pick something up, but I doubt she's found a stick. She'll carry it with her in case she drops the tire iron. I know I wouldn't, but for that, if anybody needs to draw a gun, I'll give them a chance at getting this. But there's just nothing there that's particularly useful. Okay, unfortunately the car here is right under the street light. It's not the best place for one. Let's go to the bad guys. We got some worries. This is gaining some ground. So over here is going much slower, so she's not quite as big a threat. I have to worry about her. Our car is only able to go 5. How fast is Bo? Bo is 5 as well. He's not going to be able. We're going to stay here because I can't go off-road. I don't have the extra movement point. And there's nothing I can really do from here. Who's this? That's Spud. Spud has 4 movement points. So I can hit either one of those. I'm gonna go for the further one. I think it's better. 2, 3, 4. And I'm gonna do a search. Is 2 her? 2 is her. That means 1 goes away, and there is no 3 for this. Actually, we shift this to 1. That was kind of a mistake to put myself where I could be found, but I'm not very clever. Okay, Spud did a search. He's allowed to attack immediately. He has a strength of 9, and Dawn has no strength. This is pretty much over. Still gets her roll. Okay, so that's 9 extra hits. Obviously, she can't survive that. I hit her with the machete. I should have actually hit her with the chain hook, but we made mistakes elsewhere. The machete, it's a skull crush. The machete's not going to do that, so she's fine. Sort of. And now I have to decide. With 2 guys on these 2 on the 2 characters, one of them known, I think I want to go this way. So let's see, who do we have here? Ah, jeez. That should be Torch. She's not very fast at all. And then this one is Fluke, I think. Oh, he's going to lose so much ground if he doesn't roll. He's going to try to make his way out of the woods, stumbling around in the fog. Hey, he gets lucky. 2, 4, 6. This fog gives the campers a chance. It's hard to catch up to them in it. Okay, that's the end of this one, I think. Okay, and let's do another random event check. Nope. I got basically nothing here. I got a speed of 2. I got Spud on me. The only thing I can hope for is to kind of get away. I'm going to scream. 1, 2, 3, somewhere around 4. That sounds pretty good. still doesn't wake up. Keep moving. I think I forgot that I had the tire iron here. Didn't matter, she would be dead anyway. Okay, now here, Ginger's got a speed of 5, so she can go 3 hexes. Spreading out a little bit. Actions for her. I don't want to scream. She has her rock. If I wanted, I could get a stick instead. It's a little better. I'll pick up a stick. I'm getting rid of this. That's probably not legal, but my feeling is you should be able to pick up a piece of junk anywhere. Somebody, can't hold it out on you by just throwing them off on the board. I don't know if there are any rules about that. Now things get kind of tricky. Spud wants to go after her. And he's going to use the chain this time. He has a strength of 9. And she has a 2 with the tire iron. He gets her and disembowels. We've got things on there that'll work, so she's now dead as well. And Spuddy could pick something up. He'll pick up the tire iron. What the hell? Might as well get some garbage. We'll put Dawn over in the dead pile with Randy. Who's this? This is Torch and Fluke. I'm just going to spread them out. The van is not particularly faster. Well, yeah, it is. That's Bo in there. He's got a speed of 5. The van's got a speed of 5 on road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll pull into here. I can't get out and run anywhere, but that's okay. And there's really no actions I want to take at this point. I am getting kind of worried about her getting ahead. I may need to send the van after her, actually. Because that's scary. And that is not the real Ginger. The real Ginger is actually here for anybody who cares to know things they shouldn't. No random events. So here's kind of the problem. This is not the right Ginger. Therefore, I can't actually do anything with her. So she has to avoid the light. Perform actions that maybe aren't the best, but they're still believable running up this way. If that was the right Ginger, I think that's what I'd have to do at this point. She actually gets another move. This is just a dead body now. What about these other Gingers? Same thing. And we've got problems. The mechanic is one of my evil dudes. I'm going to walkie-talkie the mechanic. He's not available this turn, but he gets to move next turn. And now I got to try to remember who's who. Spud has 4. He'll come around that way. He's a little faster than Ginger, which means I'm going to send the van up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, faster than Ginger. That's probably my most worrisome. This guy is not very fast. Fluke is much faster. But I'm so far away from the vehicles that I don't feel like I can move very quickly there. Now, it's a pity that I don't have any of these guys on the Sinister side, because they could probably do an intercept. Now, I can jump in and intercept someone, but I want to hold off on that until later. I'll do another turn, and I can add the farmer's been revealed. Oh, I'm sorry, the mechanic's been revealed as a baddie over here. He's not bad. He's got a 6 strength, which is still fairly potent. You might want to pick something up, though. And of course, I got to unlock the door. No event. His speed is only 4, which means once I go outside, it's foggy. I'm going to stop and say, what? I'm going to pick up an item. And I got my hammer. My trusty hammer. Okay, what about Spuds here? He's got a 4. Oh shit. Let's give them a chance to get out of here. I'll put the hammer back. We're going to draw the same thing, but what about these guys? Okay. Ginger. Running. 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 Okay. Now we take their turn. We'll do what we did there, although maybe I wouldn't have done it after she runs, because I have to gain more. Spuds here has 4. He's faster, so he knows he's going to catch her. She's in trouble. Of course, she doesn't exist, but the van has a movement of 5. It's actually 4 off-road, if I recall correctly. I still haven't written that down, which isn't at all bad. Who is in the van? Let me get him there. That's safe. I'm not turning. Nothing else. This is Fluke and Torch. And we're not doing too well in terms of getting near her. Let me look at my special one-time abilities. Yeah, I forgot about using a dodge attack ever. That might have been useful very early on. Might be useful for either Torch or Spud to do an adrenaline rush. I've already used that ability up over here, and I should have little markers for that. I don't have anything that I'm using for it. I may put something down. Okay. I decided to go with matchsticks. I use a lot of matches now and then, and right now I've been using them, so ripping off the sticks tend to be extra bonus counters. I throw them in a lot of games, actually. Nothing happened. Let's keep moving. Ginger, speed 3. 1, 2, 3, run, run, run. 1, 2, 3, run, run, run. So here's the question. Do I go for Drunky?
if I get drunk, he could help me slow them down a little bit. But honestly, I'm moving pretty quickly and pretty well right now. Let's just aim for the edge of the map, not try to grab a car, not try to make anything complicated. If we were playing the one where you have to kill all of them, well, that's a slightly different, game, right? But this one feels more horrifying, having to run away, get away. I don't know why. It just does to me. And now, action, he opens the door. He's only got speed 2. Spud searching. This isn't the right Ginger. I'm going to keep her extra counters near her just to make it a little easier. What about this thing? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going off-road. Fluke. Torch. See, I got her caught. I got her caught by rights. If I appear anywhere, I can do a quick search on her. Because these raider abilities don't count against your special for the turn. So in we're going with Torch and searching, and that is Ginger. And I think it's over here. Unfortunately, Torch isn't very fast. He was maybe not the right choice, because I'm going to declare a hide. That puts me in an adjacent space. Ginger is a little bit faster. She's a 5 move. Torch is only a 4. So I'm going to get moving 3 to 2. That's going to be problematic, but everything can center in on her. I'm going to scream too. I'll scream for the cop. He's close. And he is awake. And luckily for me, now he starts the game equipped with a handgun, and he's able to grab things out of the arsenal as an action much more easily. But the arsenal's back here and locked, and it's not the easiest thing in the world to get to. Let me look for a handgun. I think he gets to choose. Those are both revolvers. Okay, he's got nothing fancy. So he'll have his pistol with him, and I'll shuffle the rest of the deck. Okay, let's check our event. And we have one. 54. Fog. It doesn't change the weather. It stays as fog. Just wanted to make sure. Alright. So, I used my hide action to get into place over here. My adrenaline's gone. Probably Ginger's most important thing at this point may be speed, but the problem is I only get 50% increase if I move. Now, I gotta decide which way to send her. Clearly, this is the safer route, up this way. I think a move in this direction is just asking for trouble. So, I'm going to use counter number 1 still for her, but counter number 1 is going to go in this direction, and counter 2 in this direction. This is clearly the better direction to go in, so it probably was the wrong choice. What about my cop? Now, he could make a phone call to anyone with a phone, but that seems like a waste because that actually uses up his action. Otherwise, he has a speed of 4. I'm not going to go to the arsenal. Go 1, unlock the door, 2. Now I have a speed of 3, so I can only go two moves. And he's gonna scream. Whoa! Aiming at the gravedigger. Yo, come here. And he wakes up the gravedigger, who starts with a shovel. I don't know where I'm going to find a shovel. That probably will be in the old store. Doesn't say. Ah. Okay, no. Maybe at the gas station? No, I don't see. Oh, probably a farmhouse. No. Well, I've looked everywhere. I do not see a shovel. I'm going to give him, I guess, the pitchfork instead, because it seems like there is no shovel. I think that would be as good as a baseball bat, huh? Why is a baseball bat in the... Why is a nightstick in the store? Maybe I got things mixed up. Let me look some more. Well, I don't think the shovel's in the game, but the baseball bat seems like a fair approximation of a shovel. More so than a pitchfork would, in terms of being a bludgeoning object and such not. So I'll just give him that, pretend. Oh, it's got to be in the chapel. I forgot the chapel has things. Hey, here we go. Okay. All right. I'll try to remember to reshuffle these in a bit. But now we're on the baddies because he doesn't get a chance to move. And the mechanic, who is among the baddies, isn't very fast, but he's going to walk towards his car. It'll take him an action to get in there. Who is this? This is Spud. He's pretty quick. He's gonna walkie-talkie the farmer. I feel like the shit's going down right now. Get some more baddies out here. Yeah, how good is the tractor? The tractor's speed 2 on any terrain, which is slower than the farmer is. The only real advantage of the tractor is it has a lot of strength, so you can run people over with it, which might be appealing if you're nearby. Okay. We got our van. Van has 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 out here. This is Torch. Torch can't see them. He only has a speed of 2. He's got a problem. Let's go over to, who's this? Fluke, who has a speed of 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. He's going to fire his action off to unlock the door. And he fails. He can't jimmy his way into the cop car. Guess the policeman didn't leave it open when he went to get his donuts. This guy's my problem, though. Do I want to get closer by burning a will to kill? And I think the answer is yes. I do. Because I can only move 2.
if I add just 1 to my strength there, or to my speed, I can move 3. Who am I choosing? 1 through 4, I go after the one that's real because it just seems so obvious that that's where to go. I do a search, boom, she's gone, and now I can attack her. And the flamethrower is still the best weapon. Let's see if she has anything she can do. She can dodge if it's there. So I have a strength of... Oh, no. Actually, the machete is the better weapon because I can use my strength. So I have a strength of 8 with the machete against her strength of 5. 6 with a stick. So I'm at +2 against her. I get a 5. That's going to be 3 hits. That's not a whole hell of a lot. And the stick can be discarded. I got a lot of reshuffles to do anyway. 3 hits. Do I want to take those off my strength? Because I might be able to get away if I can get behind these woods. This is the counter clipping. If I can get behind these woods here, I can kind of hide. Yeah, I'm going to have trouble getting behind them though. See, I could just dodge the attack and prevent it. I think I'm gonna take. See, you get so weakened if you let loose. If you let your strength go down, you become very vulnerable. So I don't know. Speaking of which, who's in the van here? That's Bo. He doesn't have a ranged weapon. I was thinking I might get in a firefight with a cop or something. I think I'm gonna dodge it, and that means I need another little fire stick. So let's check for another event. And we got one. Make things a little more interesting. Telephone rings in the old store. Any character that can answer the phone this turn gains 2 will. No one's at the old store, so that's not going to really be an issue. Why? Can gain will beyond initial starting. Okay. So we're able to run out of here. 1, 2. Since there's fog, I'm allowed to hide. So I'll actually hide here. And I'll split direction. Basically, there's 2 places. Both of them are reasonable. That door's open. I'm not sure it's a good idea, but he didn't lock it. I would have taken an extra turn. So odd the real one goes near the police door. So we're splitting up this way. It's just a matter of making it harder to catch. Actually, she can go 3. They both end up in the same place if it's 3. I'm gonna go like this. Now, who else is available? We've got a garbage truck. Now, the Gravedigger. He's very, very slow. And we got our Copperino. Who? I think he may just stay where he is and fire.
That's only got a strength of 5. His pistol only has a strength of 2 out at this range. 1, 2, 3. The Gravedigger can scream. It's like 9 hexes. That's gonna be here. Try to wake the drunkard up. Hey, drunky's awake. A lot of good that's gonna do, but you know, more bodies into the meat grinder here. I'm gonna get close and I'm going to shoot at. Shit. This I can slap someone, I think, with it. Just adds 1 to strength if I choose to do that. I'm going to open fire at the range 2. It's only a 4. Who's driving? Who's driving? Bo's driving. Bo has a whole lot of strength there. I think that's a 6 and not an 8. The vehicle's got less. I'm going to shoot the vehicle though. I'm at -1 essentially to do so. And I'll use the white die for the sheriff. So I get a 2 to a 5. I don't think I can pump that up enough to be worth doing. So things are looking ugly. We go to the bad guys. 1, 2. The farmer just woke up. One, 2. 3, 4. That's most of his movement. He can unlock the door. He's got half a move. He's going out. And it gets a little slower. This is not going to be pretty. We are going to drive into here, and this is going to be my attack. The cop has a 7 defense with his weapon. The van has a 5 strength. The policeman's at +2. Okay, we got a problem there. We want to re-roll. For the attack. +2 means the cop's going to take a hit from this. He also will take his reroll. I'm going to be doing 1 point of damage to the van. I think that's good enough. We're going to take it on strength. This thing is mainly to move. That was 1, 2, 3, 4. I cannot attack again, no matter what I do, and I can't get out of the van or anything else. I did my action, but I am allowed to search because I'm in the same hex, and that succeeds in finding that this is unreal. That means I got Torch here. Torch moves 2, and he's going to unleash his flamethrower for 8 over at Ginger. She only has a 5. What am I looking for here? Oh, I'm looking to see what they used, yeah. So we'll say +3. Yeah, we're gonna burn a will on that. I think. Let's see. 8. See, I feel like I have a chance of surviving with all these characters in play here. 8 to 5. What does that mean? I gotta think. What did we say? 8 to 5 is +3, so we're looking at a 7-point hit here. A 7-point hit isn't going to kill her, so I don't really want that to happen. If it was going to kill her, I might take my chances. But we'll burn one of her will, because that avoids a fumble, which might not be a big deal. And she can't burn another will, so she's taking 7 hits here. I didn't have the dodge. 7 hits and a fumble. She drops a weapon. The flamethrower scares her enough that she has dropped this. She took 7 points of damage. That's a lot. I'll take 5 of that off strength and 2 off the will to live. I believe she's on fire as well. I'm gonna have to look that up. I gotta look for this. I'll be back in a bit. I was just getting flustered, probably because of the gray tone. It's harder for me to read somehow. But basically, if the defending character loses any stats, they place a fire token, they'll be on fire, and at the beginning of each turn, they have to check to see what happens to them. So, she's burning. And let's see. I think all I have left to move is Spud here, right? This is Spud. No, this is Fluke. Yeah, I think better indication than the image. Something else, some kind of symbol or something would really help towards combining it. I'm also thinking, you know, it's fine to do these in pencil, but it might be, I'm having some problem with wind, and my first thought was, well, what could I do? Obviously, if I mounted them, that would be great, but that's a lot of effort. I could just stick these in sleeves. They'd be harder to move around, and then I could mark them up with grease pencils, and I wouldn't have to, you know, worry about eventually having to print out more, you know. Okay. So, for his action, he's going to try to unlock that door. Well, see, the problem is, I don't think he wants to do that. I don't think he wants that at all. He's got a speed of 7. 1, 2, 3. What's he armed with? 4. He's going into the hex. He is not a townsperson. He's a bad guy. And the bad guys can do a dual weapon attack, just like the campers can. So he's going to use his chain and his machete here. Now he's not going to add his strength in both, but it means 6 plus 6 is 12. He has nothing he can use here. He can either use his strength of 6 or the gunfire of 7. He'll use the gunfire of 7, so he's at -5. And looking kind of scared. Okay, so that means 8 to 2. The sheriff's taking 6 hits here. Now, he could still blow a willpower to reroll that 2. I think he's going to do that, because chances are he'll get a better roll than a 2. But it means more of a risk of a 1, no? Okay, so that's 5 hits. The willpower took that out. With a gun, he doesn't really need strength. So I'm going to lower my strength down. It'll give me the ability to keep moving and attacking. And we're up to another turn. This video has gone for a long time. I didn't realize how long I've been running this. I guess I got kind of carried away with the game and not paying attention to what I'm doing on video. I'm going to load this up as it is. Probably be a fairly short one because it feels like we're right at the end game position here.